Here we're looking at Chipotle Mexican Grill, and this is one that I don't know. It's just something that's telling me that we're seeing this try to take off to the upside. I don't know what it is. It's something that just I'm starting to have a strong feeling with, and I could be wrong. That happens. But I think it's important. I always think it's really important to try to trust your instincts on some of this. Sometimes you're really, really wrong. But you have to kind of just stay by by what you feel and what you can see and what you think. And because, in the end of the day, that's all you have. And, even with the best analysis, we try to give you the tools and constantly try to show you, hey, this is how I think about what's going on. But everybody has their own opinion of what's going on. But what I think is that we've saw a pretty long decline for a while. And what I'm seeing is when we look at this on the longer term, let's just kind of give it a real perspective here, is we're seeing, about at 118-day corrective action. I think we're about to see a move to the upside, a big move to the upside. And I think you could see some divergence that's forming here. So we're going to cover our position here because I do think that very likely we'll see a three-wave move up. And what we're seeing here is a two-wave move low, as this could be just corrective in nature, and we're seeing this kind of almost in perfect symmetry, for this. And I do think that we're very, very close to that. So I'm going to go with my instinct on this and say that we're going to cover that position. And, to me, if it starts to break, I will get back in, and then we know that we'll extend further. But, we did talk about that support would be at 600, right? Well, it never went any lower. I mean, so I was kind of accurate with that. Now, the one thing that, what we could be seeing here, and might not be reflective of what I'm talking about, is the fact that we saw like basically a double bottom. When you look at this range, it was a little lower, but this was very, very close. So it's almost exceeding that 78% range. So almost 100%, almost a double bottom here. But it looks like it can start to kind of break to the upside. And I think if we saw a strong move there, we would really start to see this take off. My concern is that you could see it's been really on the last point holding this range and not hitting this blue band, and then we're starting to see this just seem to appreciate a little bit. So I think we may see the squeeze up and a run back to 640, and then I think it might make sense to try to maybe reposition or let it kind of run its course a little bit and then try to get another position. But I just think there's a probability here that this can turn.